Hey guys, just gonna make a quick video for you. So we got just a handful of exercises that we're gonna do, and this is actually one of our stations that we're actually gonna do in live classes. All right, so I'm gonna jump right into it. We start with the stability ball oblique crunch. Ready, set, and go. All right, so assuming we already did a warm up. All right, hip on the ball, bottom foot is out in front, hand behind the head here, other hand on the abs, tipping out and coming up. All right, right in there. I'm stretching out the obliques there, and then I'm squeezing them together. Stretching out the obliques and squeezing them together. Right in there. Nice bit of core happening in there. All right, abs in tight. Now I'm not flopping all the way down, and I'm not sitting all the way up in here. All right, I'm right in mid-range. Right in mid-range on this work. Pulling the elbow up towards the ceiling, and then squeezing it over. Up to the ceiling, squeezing it over. Right in there. If you want to make it tougher, you can do both hands overhead. Cranking away there. Now what that does is it takes more weight farther out here to make it tougher. You can also shift farther out or come farther in to make it a little bit easier. So closer to the wall is a little bit easier to do. Make sure you have those feet apart as you're doing this so you maintain some balance. All right, I'm going to spin around, catch the other side here. All right, so bottom foot is out in front. Bottom foot's out in front, squeezing up in there. Now I'm slightly turned upwards. All right, so that's why bottom foot is in front there. So I'm slightly angled upwards, so I'm getting my oblique, and I'm not turned backwards and going up because then that's much more lower back. All right, going for the oblique instead. All right, now I can adjust how much my legs are bent to find a good challenge there. If I go too far, I'm going to fall off. All right, so I'm not going to go that far. Oof. Oh yeah, love a good oblique crunch. Oof. Pulling those abdominals in from the front. Oof. Now, I'm not resting on the ball. All right, but I am tipping back there. Oof. Dropping my head down just a little bit and squeezing up. All right, then we have alternating kicks. I'll stick this right here. Alternating kicks in the bag. So now it's a chance to get the heart rate up a little bit. If you don't have a bag, you just punch the air or kick the air. All right, so we're jamming on that. So pushing with the bottom of the foot. If you actually have something to hit, that matters even more. All right, but make sure you're not hitting with your toes. Hit with the bottom of your foot. Sometimes I add a little hop into it. If I want to get my heart rate up a little more. Nice. Like you're pushing a door open. Like you're pushing the door open. All right, now we've got the crunch and punch. All right, so you're gonna set yourself up really close to the bag here. I'm gonna come up, hit, and come back down. So I'm basically straddling the bag. We don't want to come way up to do it, so make sure you're close enough. That stays just a crunch. You gotta roll a little bit. Sometimes you gotta adjust. This feels kind of fun. Keep those abs tight. Make sure you're not arching when you come back. All right, now we're doing a super punch, which is a punch from the Superman position. All right, let's go back a little farther, give myself some reach. All right. Try to punch up there a little bit. You actually are going to lift your head and look forward, but make sure keep the jaw together if you can. The higher you punch, the better, but there's only so high you're going to be able to get without sliding backwards. If you can't reach this far, just do the small. Do small. Especially if the shoulder's bugged by the overhead nature of that punch. All right, so now we got a little rest break. All right, so we got a chance to catch the breath a little bit. If you're antsy, you can jog in place. You're trying to keep your heart rate up. All right. You can stretch. Oh, you can kind of do an active stretch if you want to, or you're just traveling into a stretch and back out. Sometimes I'll do the butt kicks for a little bit. Doubles as a stretch and keeping the heart rate up. All right, next thing we're going to be doing is actually some stretching in the legs, a bit harder, but it's a tough stretch. All right, so we got 19 seconds. Do a couple kicks here, loosen things up. Nice. Nice. All right, so now we have the lunge stretch. So coming down, drop in here. I would do a little bit of reaching this way. So sinking in there, turning and reaching. You can put your hand up on the platform if you want to. And then I would do a little bit reaching the other way. Oh, maybe about 10 seconds on each side. Something like that. Switching back and forth. Dropping those hips in. Reaching good with the arm. Down there. Reaching. Alright, other side. So just coming back and forth, staying in that lunge position the whole time. Spawning on this side. Again, remember you can do up on a platform if you need to. Alright, I'm going to switch sides here. Get the other leg. I'll switch so you can still see what I'm doing there. Oh. Whew. Alright, other side. Reaching. I find one side a bit easier than the other side. Because it doesn't require quite as big of a stretch. That's alright. Reaching. Other side. Reaching. Reaching. Sinking in there, trying to straighten that back leg. Drop those hips down. Last side here. Alright, sprint in place. Sprint in place. Make sure this is out of my way here. Ready to jam. Pumping those arms. Cranking those legs. Should be a good one to get that heart rate up. If it's too tough in the legs, do arm run. You can still get a good thing going with just the arms. So a chance to get that heart rate up a little bit more. Pumping up, we got 20 seconds-ish. Pumping those arms. Get things cranking. Shoulders down, chest out, looking straight ahead. Almost there. All right. Now we have a wall sit. Bring the ball over the wall. Put your butt on there. And we're going to sink down and hold here. All right. So make sure it starts off fairly low on the butt. So as you roll up, it's still on you. All right. Wide stance. My butt's dropping in. I'm holding here. Try not to put the hands on the legs. Very tempting though. Don't know what to do with them. Alright, so you're sitting here and burning. Squeeze the knees out. Dig those heels in. 20 seconds. Push that butt back. Make sure you're not leaning back too much, Kind of caught myself a little bit. Try to stay as vertical as you can, but the feet are out a little bit. And come on up. Alright. Now we have the wood chops. Grabbing that ball, actually hitting the ground. So heart rate coming up a little bit. Keep the back straight. So I'm tipping from the hips as I do this. Slap it there nice. Almost there. All right, take a little pause there. Woo! A chance for that heart rate to come up. A chance for the heart rate to go down again. But there's things we could do to mitigate that. We can do some little marching, some knee pulls. Really nice to get a little bit of stretch in there, but keep the heart rate going a little bit. We got 2 heart rate exercises next. All right. So mostly we're looking at getting the heart rate up. Some kickbacks here. All right. So we got about 7 seconds. We got stability ball mountain climber next. Hands on the stability ball. If that's too tough for you, put your hands on the ground or something more stable. All right, so I'm doing, grabbing the sides of the stability ball, right in here, and going to town. So the unstable nature of it gives me a little bit more challenge. Nice. So I could go a little faster, I suppose. Caught myself, but you can do just a tap in one. All right, that is allowed. The core is going a bit here. Trying to stay stable, stay aggressive. Almost done with this workout. All right, punches, last thing. We got set low, so they're gonna be squatty punches. Take off this timer here. Shoulders down, chest out, sinking in there. Got a rest break coming up. You can get it revved up a little bit. Pump it up. All right, get down, get low. Come on, stay low. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. And rest. All right. Nice work. Last work there. So we got things warmed up, got things fired up. In class, we're going to do that 2 rounds through. Hopefully the second round is even better than the first. All right. Go ahead, if you do that along with me, either do it again and then stretch, or get a stretch in right now. All right, this is Jeremy, Tall Trainer, saying have fun, be safe, God bless.